Are you a singer-songwriter and you have a bunch of songs in your back pocket, you can sing them and play them on your guitar really well, and you're thinking, what next? Do I start a band? Do I make a record? Whenever you try to start a band, it's too complicated. Dealing with people is hard. Everyone's late. You need to pay for rehearsal spaces all the time. And even if you manage to book the rehearsal and get everyone in the room, you just struggle to convey your ideas and you just don't know how to explain them, and it just doesn't sound exactly as you would like it to. Well, I've been through all of this, and in this video I'm going to show you a simple way how you can record your own demos or even your own records at home with a simple tool called the DAW. I'm assuming you might be already using it. So this video is me showing you my approach, taking a song, making a demo with just using this one guitar, one microphone, and my voice. So let's dive into Logic. So I have a song here. It's a song I wrote for my currently wife. I call it This Is Phoebe. It's work in progress. It's not done yet. First thing I have to do with this is to figure out the tempo of the song. So my song goes something like this. Okay, easiest way to do it is you just take the metronome app and you tap your tempo. One. This is na na ni do. Na 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 na. You want to use chorus of the song to do it. That's the most reliable way I find. So this one is around 125. So let's go 125. Let's see if it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing I want to do is to record sort of a guide track. So I'm going to just play through the song with my guitar and the metronome. So I have it aligned with the grid. But in order to do that more precisely, I'm going to choose a loop here, maybe like a percussion loop in that tempo. Something that has a lot of small subdivisions in it. I like to use some shakers, so something like, where are shakers? Here. Let's try this one. We don't want to import tempo. So I pick a shaker and I just click here on information tab and I click loop, and then it just plays with the metronome. I'll turn the volume a little bit down. This ensures that I'm going to be in time and I'm hearing the subdivision, so it should be more precise. Let's record now just like this with one microphone, guitar and the voice together. I'm going to do a verse and a chorus and then we'll take it from there. Let's put my lyrics here. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. You always know to hear me right. In my eyes you see just what I need. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever believe in. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever wished for. Okay. This is gonna be my guide track. Now I can build the song around this. So what do I want in my arrangement? So I'll start with drums. Probably the easiest way of doing it is using just those loops. You can just like scroll around here and find the beat that fits and just use that. There's a lot of useless stuff, but there's also some good ones. But let me see if there's some. Okay, I can't seem to immediately find anything useful, which happens a lot of the times, especially with like songwriting stuff. There's a lot of trap loops and R&B loops and stuff like that, and funk loops, but I can hear it in my head, but I can't quite find it there. So the thing I would do here, I would just create a new track and I would put, let's say, default patch. From the library on the left side, I would just go drum kit. And I like this neo soul drum kit. It sounds pretty cool. Here in front of me I have a keyboard, and it has these little pads which I can play the drums on. I can literally play the drums on. You can also do it on keys, but I can also do it just with my keyboard. There's this little keyboard on the screen that pops up, and you can use these. I'm just going to come up with the beat. 1, 2, 3. This is why I love you. I'm pretty happy with this, so I go straight in and just record the Neo Soul track here. Let's put this at the top so it doesn't bother me, the shaker. This one, I don't want to record anything here. Starting from this bar here. 2, 1, 2, 3. This is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. You always know to hear me right. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with it for the verses, and then the chorus. I want to go. You are more than I could ever believe in. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever. I'm going to use a ride there, so I'm going to duplicate the track, just Control D, and I'm going to record this transition from here. Hear me right. You are the love of my life. Obviously it takes a bit of practice to get the drums like this quickly, but I can now pick the parts I like and just use them. So this is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. Okay, so I think I use this part here, just Control T. I will just separate these two bars, Control T again, cut it. Delete those two, move it where the music starts, and just loop it all the way to the chorus. If I want to edit it, I double click it. Here I can edit separate notes, but I can just. This is why I love you. Yeah, that's all good. This is how I know we're meant to be. You always know to hear me right. In my eyes you see just what I need. You are the love. Okay, yeah, so, and here there's the chorus part, and I started with you are the love. Started with this little bit. If I zoom in on it, there's like a 2 hi-hat, and you are the love. I think I played some hi-hat here and some snare, so I'm just going to put it up here. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever believe in. You are the love of my life. Cool, I'm quite happy with this. More than I could ever wish for. Can obviously switch off the shaker now. Okay, so this is my drums and the guide track. Now, when I have the drums, next thing I would do would be the bass. And since I said I'm going to only use this guitar, I'm going to show you a simple trick how to get the bass out of it. So I'm going to add the new audio track. We only have the microphone, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it closer to the guitar. You could start first with the guitar track. And since I already have it in the background, I'm going to record the bass, and then I'm going to mute the guide track and record the acoustic guitar. So now I have a bass here. You can play through it first, so you know what are you going to play. A good rule of thumb is to follow the bass drum. So if the bass drum is pa, 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 so I can go pa, 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 playing the root notes. So let's do that, and then I'll show you how to turn it into bass. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. You always know to hear me right. Okay, now let me show you how to turn it into bass. If you go to the track tab here and you click in this place, you open up plugins and you go down here to pitch and you go to pitch shifter. You can change the pitch of an instrument. So in this case, we want to go octave lower. Octave is 12 semitones, so I'm going to go all the way to the left, minus 12 semitones. And I'm going to put mix 100%, so I only hear that. Let's go, I don't know what's preset, it doesn't really matter. Let's go drums, just so, because it's bass, just closer to drums, let's say. It should be a rhythmical instrument. And let's see how it sounds. If I just play it on its own. Not bad, but not great either. Let's see if I can use a different one. There was one more plugin, so I'll try use sub bass instead. So here I would leave a little bit of the dry signal, just so we have, and then add quite a bit of the wet one, so maybe 150%. I can also try the pitch shifter, but no, that's too much. So yeah, okay, I'll just keep it like that, bass booster. Let's see how it sounds with the drums. Maybe a little bit less of the dry. You can still hear it doesn't have quite enough bass, so I'm going to add an equalizer and I'm going to boost the frequencies. That would be traditional for the bass here, so somewhere around 100 Hertz or below, whatever sounds good to you, yeah? Last thing I'm going to do to this, I'm going to compress it so the dynamical changes are not so big. So I'm going to compress the bass quite a lot, ratio maybe 4. Slow attack, so I have the initial attack of it, and then I'm going to boost it here. Maybe not that much. I want to kind of maintain the same volume as it was before. A little bit less compression. Okay, now I have bass and drums. In my eyes you see just what I need. You are the love of my life. You are. Okay, let's add the guitar now. So I'm going to add a new audio track here. Again, the same thing, acoustic guitar. And I'm going to mute the guide track now because I want to play the guitar now properly. So I'm going to put the microphone closer so I have a more detail in it, like this. Okay, so let's go. Let's make sure the metronome is on, the R is highlighted, so I'm recording the right track. And now I'm going to put back the shaker so it keeps me in time. 2, 3. Alright, so now if you need the guide track on to orient yourself in the song, just keep it on, maybe just turn it a bit down, you know. I just wanted to hear the drums and the bass, so I matched the guitar to them to the best, so I didn't want anything else to distract me, but you can keep it on, of course. So now we have... I usually put the acoustic guitar slightly on the side so there's more space in the middle for the main vocal. So somewhere. even keep the shaker in, but very quietly on the other side from the guitar. Here. So it kind of adds a little bit of more percussive elements to it. Okay, you can obviously add anything else. You can add electric guitar, other instruments, percussive instruments, backing vocals. But for purposes of this video, I'm going to only record the main vocal. When you're recording the vocals directly on the mic like this, it's good to have either the pop filter, like the proper one like this, or just something like this. I'm going to use this little pop filter for purposes of this video, so it looks better on camera. Okay, let's record the vocal. This is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. You always know to hear me right. In my eyes you see just what I need. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever believe in. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever wished for. Woo. Right, okay, we have the main vocal. This is why I love you. This is how I know we're meant to be. Logic is great because it has a lot of effects pre-made for you already. They are not perfect. If you're a mixing engineer, if you're more particular about your sound, you're gonna have to adjust them yourself and make sure it all fits together. But for the starters, to make it sound a little bit more exciting, you can add some of these presets. Let's say natural vocal will add you a little bit of reverb. Oh, we're meant to be. Yeah, a little bit of width to it. You always know. Usually the vocal will need some compression, some EQ. I don't like how it boosted the lows here, so I'm going to turn them down, and I'm going to make it a bit sharper. I actually don't like the EQ they put on it, but you get the sense. I quite like the reverb, even though I would probably put it a little bit less. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever believe in. You are the love of my life. You are more than I could ever wished for. Okay, putting the sound together so it sounds good, mix it. It's a whole nother category, so I'm not gonna cover in this video. But this is basically it. You can already start seeing from this that you have much clearer picture of what the song should sound like. And when you bring this to your bandmates, they will immediately know what to play. You obviously need to know a bit how to do this. You need to learn how to tap the drums in or find the right loop. Spend a bit of time of just figuring out what you want, but it will help you to clarify it even for yourself. What is it you want and what's the sound you're looking for? Let me know in the comments, guys, if you'd like me to do more deep dives into Logic Pro and simple productions for songwriters. Please subscribe to the channel, check the ways of working with me or supporting this channel, and you can download a free musician limiting beliefs checklist, which will help you to get clear on what holds you back as a creator, musician, songwriter, performer. You can book a free consultation with me and a bunch of other stuff. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and mainly, until next time, keep it funky.